Good afternoon, ladies. Jody here from Healing Journey, founder of the Holistic Anxiety Fix. So, this is my signature program that really looks at helping women to heal anxiety at root cause levels. So, in this program, we look at both the mind and the body. So, we're not looking at one or the other, we're looking at both together. And that's what really makes the program unique is we don't really zoom in on one particular approach, but we look at a whole bunch of different angles. In this way, you can have more of a holistic way of healing anxiety. It's kind of like, wanting to hear a symphony, but only playing the trumpet. The sound isn't really as full. And so we create a symphony of healing in the Holistic Anxiety Fix. So today I'm actually going to be addressing one of the posts that showed up in the group. It's gotten like 91 comments in a little less than a day. And so I feel like this is a topic that is, very common to most of the women here. And this is when you have physical symptoms of anxiety, but you don't necessarily have any obvious triggers. And so the physical symptoms of anxiety, they can be quite broad, right? So you might be, getting heart palpitations, watching a movie, or you feel all of a sudden this wave of anxiety come on where you have difficulty breathing and your mind is racing and you can't really focus on being in the moment. You may have other symptoms like numbness or tingling that seems to come out of nowhere. And when this happens, this is actually contradictory to what everyone else is telling you, because the messages out there are that anxiety is because of stress or you just need to calm down. But it's sort of hard to take these recommendations into consideration when it doesn't feel like there's a reason for you to be stressed in the first place. So I mean, you might be thinking, you know what, I can go and do mindfulness or I can go and do yoga, but I don't even understand why I need to do these things because there was nothing obviously stressing me in the moment where I felt anxiety. So if I'm describing something similar to what you've experienced, just give this video a like and let me know, because I know that there's lots of women where this is the case. There's no external trigger, there's no stress trigger, and yet the body's responding like there is a stress trigger, and it can be very, very confusing. And what ends up happening for a lot of women is they start to feel like they're going crazy and they start to ignore the body's symptoms. I see that there's so definitely people really finding this familiar, right? And so when there are no obvious reasons, then you focus on the symptoms and you might be like, well, that's ridiculous. And you ignore the symptoms. Or you might even take it a step further if you have health anxiety and you start Googling every single symptom and going to the worst case scenario. Oh my gosh, I have this symptom, I'm gonna die of cancer. Or, oh my gosh, like something's tingling, and I don't know what it is, and they're gonna miss something, and then you start spinning out on that. And it can be a very, very stressful experience. Now, what I wanna do today is talk a little bit more about how this happens, right? Because there always is a trigger for anxiety. So that trigger might not be external to you, but there's always internal or external reasons why you're feeling these symptoms. Now, chances are the reasons are not disease reasons. So if you went to your doctor and ran a full complement of tests, they wouldn't be like, oh my goodness, you have XYZ disease, right? They're not serious enough to throw blood markers off. We're serious enough to get you diagnosed with a disease, but there's an imbalance going on, and that imbalance is what is triggering your symptoms. Now, there can be a variety of reasons why you might have physical symptoms to anxiety. So the first reason is diet, right? So if you're eating foods that are inflammatory to your system, and gluten being the big one, then this is going to set your system off. And for some people, it's anxiety. And for other people, it is, physical symptoms, right? So tingling or complete exhaustion along with anxiety can be part of it. The other thing is high histamine foods are often another reason why, and these can cause a lot of issues, especially around allergy season. We're moving into allergy season right now, and that also tops up your histamine load. So if you're eating foods that are high in histamines, this can actually cause heart arrhythmias as well as high levels of anxiety. So you can see that it wouldn't matter what's going on outside of you. If these physical symptoms are happening because of foods you're eating, then it can sort of feel like they're coming on in a way. Mold can be another reason, and this was a big reason for me. I lived in moldy apartments, and when I got mold exposure, I would have a wave of anxiety afterwards that was pretty severe. So if I was in, a dance studio that had mold in it, I would spend the whole night in anxiety. If I had moldy food or moldy plants in my apartment, it would send me completely spinning, and it would happen at random periods throughout the day. Now, another one can be hormone imbalances. So particularly right before your cycle, usually for a lot of women, there are waves of anxiety that they go through right before your cycle. And the next one can be copper toxicity. So I'm just giving you the common reasons why. And then I'm going to do videos and have done videos that really dive into each of these reasons. But I want you to have a lay of the land when you're thinking about this and you're like, oh my goodness, there's way more to this. And these things that I talked about, you can see they're not disease, right? They don't need to send you spinning out of control about some hidden cancer or some crazy lump. They are imbalances caused by lifestyle and caused by toxins. And they are upregulating or triggering your nervous system so that it cannot calm down. And this is why when I look at the Holistic Anxiety Fix, we're coming in at so many different angles to try and figure out what the root causes are. And for this month itself, I'm going to be offering a free Dutch hormone test for anyone that joins the program. And so this test is really fantastic. If you're not familiar with it, then definitely get yourself familiar. Listen, this month as I'm going to be going into more detail about what that test is and how hormones interact with anxiety, how they might cause those physical symptoms of anxiety as well. Because when our hormones are imbalanced, they create a lot of anxiety symptoms. And so the Dutch hormone test gives us a much deeper dive into what's going on with hormones in a way that blood cannot. It uses urine to test, and so we're looking at hormone metabolites. We're looking at it in a certain time of the month, and then we're also looking at how your body detoxes hormones. So it's going to give us a much broader picture. So if you're interested in learning more about this, you can schedule a complimentary call with me. So what I do in that call is I go over the program. Then we talk about whether it's something that feels like it's a good fit. Is it new for you? Is it a new way of healing, or have you tried those strategies before? Because I have lots of different kind of rabbit holes in my toolbox to help you heal from a mind and a body perspective. And the Dutch hormone test is one of those tools that I want to pull out this month and offer special to you so that by the time summer comes around, you can actually enjoy it. Because let's be honest, this year has been wild. And so we want to be able to actually be in the moment when things are amazing, which is usually the summertime. So head on over to book that call. I'm going to put the link below. And if you have any questions about this or can relate to the video, also let me know below and say, Jody, I also struggle with symptoms of anxiety that don't have a trigger, and we can chat some more. Okay, have a lovely day, everyone.